Have you ever noticed how even a rookie can shake up a game? Well, today it's all about Tyler Loop, the Ravens kicker. The guy can nail field goals, no doubt, but his issues with extra points and kickoffs are giving the team headaches. And the worst part? Some of those mistakes might have cost points that ended up making all the difference on the scoreboard. Stick around until the end because I'm going to break down every misstep Loop made, how it impacted the game, and what Coach John Harbaugh had to say about it. If you think a rookie kicker can't change the course of a game, after seeing this, you're going to think twice. Tyler Loop, the rookie kicker for the Ravens, showed once again that he can shine when it matters most. He made all 3 field goals in the game, keeping his streak of 9 perfect games in that area alive. For a young kicker still adjusting to the NFL, that's impressive. Every single successful kick counts, especially in tight games where every point matters. His confidence on long, decisive kicks seems to be building, and that gives the Ravens some relief. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Even with perfect field goals, Loop made mistakes at other key moments that proved costly. In games decided by less than possession, small slips can turn into major problems. It's that kind of situation where you shine in one part of the game, but still let something slip that changes the final result. This shows he still has a lot to learn to become a complete kicker. The contrast between his successes and mistakes highlights a crucial point. Loop has talent, but he needs consistency. In the NFL, being good at one part of the game isn't enough. You need to deliver the full package, especially when the team depends on every point. Loop is still adjusting to the pace of the league, and these mistakes are real lessons, showing exactly where he needs to focus in practice and in upcoming games. And these crucial errors bring us to the next issue, extra points. Even while being perfect on field goals, he's already stumbled on kicks that should be almost automatic, directly affecting the outcome of this tight game. Even with perfect field goals, Tyler Loop faltered on a small but critical detail, the extra point. He missed his second extra point of the season, the first since week 1, in a game decided by less than 7 points. These small mistakes, which seem simple at first glance, can have a huge impact when the game is so close. For the Ravens, every point counts, and missing one could be the difference between a win and a loss. The extra point problem isn't just technical. It's psychological, too. For a rookie kicker, missing a kick that should be automatic can shake confidence. Loop knows extra points are routine in the NFL, but when the pressure ramps up, even the simplest execution becomes a test of nerves and focus. Each miss makes the team question how much trust they can place in him in clutch situations. Additionally, the missed extra point highlighted a vulnerability that's been showing up in other games, the need for consistency. A kicker can be spectacular on long field goals and still put the team at risk if he misses the seemingly easy kicks. For Loop, it's clear he still needs to align accuracy and mental stability, learning to bounce back quickly from mistakes, so the team's rhythm isn't affected. And because these small mistakes have a direct impact on the outcome, another critical point for the Ravens comes into focus. Loop struggles on kickoffs. If he's already losing points on simple kicks, imagine the effect when mistakes involve placement and depth, giving the opponent a field position advantage. This is where his kickoff issues start to matter. Tyler Loop has shown he still needs to fine-tune his kickoffs. He was penalized again for a landing zone infraction, his 5th of the season, this time on his 3rd kickoff of the game. These penalties might seem minor, but in reality, they give the opposing team an advantage in field position. Every time the Steelers started with the ball in a better spot because of a Loop mistake, the Ravens' defense had to scramble, increasing pressure in an already tight game. What's more concerning is that these infractions aren't isolated. They're becoming a pattern. A kicker who can't maintain consistency in the landing zone compromises the team's overall strategy because starting field position is crucial. When Loop makes repeated mistakes, the team has to adjust on the fly, raising the risk of the opponent scoring. Even when the ball lands in the landing zone, depth has still been an issue. Short kickoffs give the opposing team opportunities to start plays with favorable field position, creating dangerous situations. This shows that, beyond avoiding penalties, Loop needs to gain both power and accuracy to place the ball at the right depth and reduce the chances of the opponent starting with an advantage. And these kickoff issues tie directly into the next challenge, the impact of shallow kicks. Even when Loop hits the landing zone, the ball isn't deep enough, which makes life easier for the opponent in critical moments.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
Loop's short kickoffs have been a constant challenge for the Ravens. Even when he lands the ball in the landing zone, insufficient depth leaves the opponent in a good field position, which is a problem in close games. The defense has to work harder. The team loses strategic advantage, and often this translates directly into points for the opponent, as we saw at key moments against the Steelers. The lack of depth shows that the issue isn't just technical, it's physical too. A kicker needs power, precision, and consistency to make every kick reliable. Loop is still adjusting, and these mistakes reveal that he needs to balance strength and control. So the ball not only lands in the right spot, but also forces the opponent to work to advance. Timing is also affected. Short kickoffs require coverage adjustments and increase the chance of collective errors. The team's confidence in the kicker is tested every game, and even small slips can become decisive moments. This makes it clear that Loop has to evolve quickly, so the team isn't stuck relying on inconsistent kicks. It's in this context of technical and depth issues that Coach John Harbaugh stepped in, offering constructive but firm criticism about the need for consistency. That brings us to the fifth point. John Harbaugh made it clear that he understands Loop is young and still learning, but he won't accept repeated mistakes. The coach explained that kickoffs need to be precise, landing inside the 5-yard line, and that kicks that fall short at the 10 or 15-yard line are hard to cover and give the opponent an advantage. For Harbaugh, consistency is key, and Loop needs to improve fast to avoid putting the team at risk. Harbaugh's comments underline the importance of turning potential into reliable results. Loop has talent, but in the NFL, talent without consistency isn't enough. The coach's feedback isn't just about technique. It's about maturity and the ability to learn from mistakes, essential traits for any kicker who wants to be a league reference. This pressure from Harbaugh is positive for the rookie. When mistakes happen in tight games, the coach's direct guidance helps focus on the areas that truly matter. Loop needs to align accuracy, power, and consistency, and close coaching is essential for his rapid development. What we see is a rookie full of potential, but still with critical areas to improve. Between perfect field goals, missed extra points, and problematic kickoffs, Loop is in an intense learning phase. If he can adjust the details and deliver consistency, the Ravens could rely on him in crucial moments in upcoming games. Tyler Loop has shown he can shine on field goals, but mistakes on extra points and kickoffs make it clear he still has a lot to work on. Every slip-up matters, and for the Ravens, who played tight games decided point by point, that can make all the difference. The rookie has talent, but consistency will determine if he can truly help the team in clutch moments. So, do you think Loop can adjust and become reliable in the next games, or will these mistakes keep weighing down the Ravens? This question keeps fans on edge and makes every game he plays a must-watch. Every practice and every kick are crucial now. If Loop fixes his issues and delivers stability, the Ravens could finally have a complete kicker capable of deciding games in the team's favor. But for now, the concern is real, and every mistake can be costly down the line.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself.